Last time on The Path of Precision, we guide you through the science and multiple methods that we utilize to prepare our fields for the year. We looked at the methods of spray-on and side-dress nitrogen application and the benefits of growth promotion that they offer. We also displayed the need for and the how-to of cultivating our fields to loosen our soil for the year. And all of this was in preparation for this next phase. Male and female planting. When we talk about how we plant our cornfields, it all comes down to genetics, but it starts with the numbers. We plant our fields in a 4-1 pattern. This means that we plant 1 row of male corn for every 4 rows of female corn. This ratio allows us to get the greatest yield from our fields while also ensuring a healthy quantity of pollen, which leads us to the genetics. We start with 2 parent seed types. These are referred to as inbreds. These seeds are selected for specific genetic characteristics that we need to combine into a new generation of seed corn that will eventually become commercial corn. With these 2 parent seed types, we must look at their rate of maturing to determine how we must plant them. For the male plant, we must look at the point that their stalks will grow tassels and release pollen. For females, we look at the point where their silks are out and able to catch and accept pollen. This is where we get our 3 planting styles: male ahead, male delayed, and straight away. Before we dive into these methods, to help you better understand the need for them, please picture with me a pulse line. This pulse is the life of a corn plant, and this large blip is the point where our corn experiences its pollination. But this blip does not happen at the same time across all of our parent seeds. So when we are working with 2 different inbreds, we have to make sure that the moment of maturity is synchronized with one another. If our timing is off with that point, the rhythm of our crop is not there. But with our research and planting methods, we can bring these 2 in sync. In that window where the 2 sync up, it's called the nick. So now we look at the different methods we utilize to make sure that this blip is synced up in our parent seeds. The first is male ahead. If our male takes a longer time to mature to the point of pollination than our female, we will plant the male, then come back after a determined amount of time and plant the female rows. Male delayed is just the opposite. This is for male plants that have a short maturing timeline compared to their female counterpart. So we'll plant the female rows and come back after that determined amount of time to plant the male rows. And then straight away is for the instance when the 2 parent seeds have a very close timeline of maturing to the point of pollination. We simply plant the male and female seeds at the same time. But we also have a method of intervention that allows us to extend this window of pollination for our fields. This is flaming. Flaming is a secondary method that we can turn to further expand our pollination period for our male plants. We do this by utilizing a piece of equipment that fires a pulsing flame over the tops of our young male rows. This does not terminate these plants. What it does is pause the growth of roughly half of the male plants in our field by just a few days. This means that when our cornfields start to come into their pollination season, the male plants will have a time window that is roughly twice as wide to pollinate our female rows. Whether or not this is necessary is one of the many calculations we have to do when we are making our plans for the year. And as you can see, there are a great number of factors that go into how we plant our corn crop. And it takes a great deal of knowledge, research, and preparation to be in sync with the plants out in our fields. But it all comes down to doing every step with great precision to optimize our work and achieving the goal of yielding the best seeds in the world. There it is again. Optimize. It seems to be just as much a part of the process as any factor we face. And I'm sure we'll find this to be especially true in the next phase of our journey as we look beyond planting and into the pollination season. Our next episode will be out Tuesday, August 30th at 9 a.m.